Hello, everyone. RPG Kingdom Kid here with another live stream of Final Fantasy 14 Heaven or yeah, just Final Fantasy 14. Yes, I'm back. I am back with some Final Fantasy now. Let me get to the. Oh, thought I was fine. Let me get to the start here. And let me talk about a few things. First things first, guys. I release videos every single day at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or earlier and later, depending on if it's a day I am streaming. So today, Bug Snacks, the earlier video, came out at around 8:30. And then the second video, which is Final Fantasy VIII, will be coming out at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So there's that. So yes, those are days when I stream. Now, when it comes to days that I'm streaming, I will always do my best to stream on Saturdays. Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I always do my damnedest to stream this day, because it's the day I know for sure that I can stream for. But now that I'm like, I'm not even in the Heaven Sword yet. So I'm not even in the Heaven Sword yet. And I really wish I was in that expansion right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the schedule of me streaming again. I know I just added Wednesdays back into the fold, and I mentioned this on Wednesday stream. If you guys didn't catch that stream, I mentioned that I might be changing my. Oh, what the hell? A chocobo just flew through here. I mentioned that I might change the stream schedule. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my damnedest to go back to how I was with Persona 5 Royal, where I streamed on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Is it ideal? Yeah, kind of, because I think it works out fine for that. So then, for multiple reasons. One, I get caught up way faster. Two, you guys get more Final Fantasy stuff. And yeah, I think it'd be great. Now, eventually, probably in March, I'll probably go back to only just doing it on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Because I do plan to start going back to the gym. And I'm just waiting until March to just see how things are going with COVID and all that stuff. So that's that. But I do plan to go back to the gym at some point, so it'll be a little harder to do that stream. And hopefully, you know, maybe we'll be in Stormblood by the end of February or something like that. So, yeah. It also helps that we'll be starting a new month, too, so. But anyway, let us begin. Talking to Alphenhund here. For one with reasons to celebrate, Alphenhund looks rather grim. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Izard's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedents. If it necessitates a complete reprisal of a primal threat, and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlenian Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Erosia that could summon primals, but a citizens' people as well. Any lingering objections to the Erosian campaign would vanish overnight. But before we had to contact with a single Imperial Legion, we could find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemund. I speak unadvisedly. Commande, it's best that we continue this conversation more dawn. Okay. So how y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? I hope so. I'm excited because we're getting very, very close to Heaven's Sword here. So I don't think, like, I think maybe after the end of the next stream we should for sure be able to get to Heaven's Sword. God damn. I probably could have done this mission in the last stream if I wanted to. In all honesty, I think cosplaying is cool. Like, good job for everyone that like can cosplay. I would honestly love to cosplay as my Final Fantasy XIV character. Obviously not with the armor he has right now, but maybe like his first ever setup I ever had of him. I won't mind doing that. I think it's just it, all.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
Uh-huh. Well...
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Well, yeah.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And that is my story. Listen to my story.
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Uh-huh.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
Oh, yeah, I guess that could be bad.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it.
Near as damn it.
Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you.
Oh, yeah?
Hear, feel, think.
Oh, yeah, those were her words. Okay.
Hydaelyn speaks to her as well.
Oh.
If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Yeah, just raise the volume up a little bit, because I just remembered I actually
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Maybe they're going to try to summon Midgard-Zoma like they did with Shiva. Damn it, I really could have done that at the end of the last stream. Oh well. The reason Rolali. I mean to scour the annals of knowledge of Midgard-Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Fighting in my rising stones. What up, Alfenhund? Ande, 'tis well that you are here at hand. We have a problem. Raleigh has escaped. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The tourniquet was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens reported seeing Raleigh quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrium Meridemia. I'm certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbred and the Fuss are hot upon Rolia's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Alright, be there in a jiffy. What is a jiffy? Is that those moving pictures that kids throw to each other, those gifs? What achievements can I get in this here? Actually, hold on. Last 5. Is there like a tracker for these things? Watch list. Approaching completion. Let's see this. Okay, I'm close to completing 100 fates, which means I have 900 more to go. Successfully complete 20 unique instance dungeon raids or trials, so I just need to do one more of that. She covered it over twice. Successfully efficacy 10. Alright. Thanks for coming, Scion. I've spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Rolia walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Ralbian's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Rolia must not be allowed to reach Castrium Meridinium. Okay. Oh, is the chocobo flying a lot faster than running? No, damn it. Proceed. This wretch was with Rolia. He threw herself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. Nor loyalty even to her own. The goddamned harpy. With me, Scion, we almost have her. god, let me fucking... Oh my god, let me fucking... Damn, took fucking forever, but hey, we got it. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, man. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fall so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lording who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's for God's given right to rule over others? You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the Flames. Dare you tell it? One would think you the only person ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Ruben himself was born to poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we be men with our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had dealt with and played it to the best of our ability. Except right now, that's going on in the real world. The rich want to keep getting richer and keep eating the poor, when the poor should be eating the rich. By doing the same things the rich people are doing. No, no, no. Rich people can only do this. Poor people can't do it. I'm of course talking about the gods, stocks. Life was a battle, eh? But no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on to the chin and came back with more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? It's true that we were born mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had our fair shares of struggle. As I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life had taught me one thing, is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut my own arm than raise the hand against a friend. Enough talk. You will turn to Olda to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Neat. Not so much as a hint of remorse. It's well that the sword business is finally at an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Ruben has chosen his.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night.
The Blades.
You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
Uh-oh.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
That don't sound good. Alright, we just finished up. Or I feel like we're about to finish up the end of the ice. I didn't want to talk to you. Let us clean together. Captain Ilbred and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Rabuan, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return the Rising Stone and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I'm aware that the Ascendant held Rolia in high regard. For better or for worse, she will want to know how this tale ended. Okay, no. Now this, I think this is the last mission in this area before the fall. Part 1. Which I believe we should be able to get through that by the end of the streams. Before the end of the stream, so that'd be great. I mean, we are only 30 minutes into the stream, so yeah, but nice. Oh, you're still standing there, Sylvain. Movie time. Shh, shh, shh. This is spoken. This is spoken.
Welcome back, my friend.
It is sweet.
I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eline lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians.
Okay.
We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
Moonbreeder?
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
Pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether.
Okay.
Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands.
Oh joy!
Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
Makes sense to me.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
'Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auracite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
I was about to say, you opened the door for her to come. She wants to fuck him.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
That sounds lovely.
Aye. Yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
Oh, that can't be good.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God.
The One True God.
We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Well, worth a try, I suppose.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash.
Which would have been
We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived.
Barely, though.
To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Voris Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
Your true
But one of
master.
several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to
So
imagine
she was
who her
acting like a
other
double agent, but
masters
in
were.
reality, she was a triple agent.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Triple, if you consider her
Yeah,
services
see?
to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me.
Where the hell
By
is my
whose
sister?
will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the
Oh, I
heretics?
guess what I'm saying is
Try
more
as I
important than
might,
wherever the hell my
I fail
sister
to see
is,
how aiding
who's been
their
missing
cause
since
would
God knows
profit
when.
Either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know
Oh,
that full well.
3 other ones,
Those
huh?
closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And
Yeah.
with that, I take my leave.
With that, I say, fuck you.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return.
That sounds like a naughty
Use their
word.
power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monetarist scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! One day I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Oh, look at that. It's a little Moogle and a Chocobo chick.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace.
Huh?
I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Taleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs.
Rabid dogs.
Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
There is a imposter among us.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped.
Yep.
But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few.
Mm-hmm.
The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
But Parliament as well.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Rauban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
So she's gonna dissolve the monarchy. Dreams of Ice. This quest is not yet available. Dungeon Recrement, the Bowl of Embers, the Navel, the Howling Eye. Wait, what? Okay, so... Well, I guess I might as well just do this mission then. Maybe it's going to take longer for me to get there than I thought. No, honestly, I still have some of those letters that let me go to the best of the bay, but... I didn't know about this. Think about your elders like that, youngin'. Are you trying to send me to a girl of the grave? Well, not early as such. But don't tell me, hey, I can see just for look at you. You're an adventurer and an accomplished one at that, yes? Hey, you may not be the graybeard I am, but I reckon your memory or two would keep keen on remembering. So let's say you join me for a while before you return to the road. After all, something to reflect on the past can just what need to discover the path you forge in the future. Oh. You now have access to New Game Plus system. New Game Plus allows you to relive the adventures of your past by replaying previous quests with your current character data. To play old quests with New Game Plus, open the New Game Plus interface, locate under duty, main menu, select chapter you wish to experience new. Please note that special rules and conditions will apply when replaying quests with New Game Plus. For details information, please review. Okay. I'm trying to do this quest, but it doesn't really help me. I mean, it seems like I have to talk to that lady there, but I can't. You know what? Let's just talk to her, I suppose. You know, I'll walk. Maybe I'll walk in here first. Maybe it is in here. Ah, that might be it right there. I know you have scarce hard chance to rest, but I'm afraid there's still work to do. The ultimate weapon's destruction, twould seem, has served to embody the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Almajah and the Ilks and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but half of it. Much of our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to produce vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something? Basically this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the ultimate weapon's main appearance. You will remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incur to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they all ill-equipped to take a meaningful measure. After deliberation, the leaders conclude that they must need turn to us once more, or to thee. The aetherite waves that were observed in Mordon do not appear to bear the connections of any beast tribes. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of dangers again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Andy? Well, do I have a choice? Probably not. You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. Ahem. With circumstances they are, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Andy. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Extreme failures have left me feeling powerless. I want to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow Scions. But instead I caused you all to end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's misinterpretations, I am quite recovered now. I'll have to return to my duties again soon. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for Scions. Let's renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Uranja has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. So this is just basically me doing all 3 of those quests again, except harder. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribe and their primals is at thy disposal. All the man of beastmen we are wont to seek power when plugged into the dark black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Almajah, who have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Ifrit bleeds, we could kill it. Confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Urja has said, I fear the Amjala has already summoned Ifrit. A confirmation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than the ledge with my blade, but the students of Balsion insist that I refrain from taking on the field wherever it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but would seem that recent events have left me especially suspected to tampering. As such as I hate missing out on the fun for everyone's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak to Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember and feel his words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Alright, so it seems like I'm be facing Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda? Was it those three? Well, I know for sure Ifrit. Probably most for sure Titan as well. Anyway, thank you for coming. Flame Gem will be honored to hear that you have answered our call. As we have already relayed to the Walking Sands, Ifrit is returned. Yeah, this seems like something I could have done even before I started the main quest. For the sake of peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish Primal to be found in his dominant Bow of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Aetheryte find in the deeps of Zekret, the Amalja's store on Cold. The Amalja have constructed their own Aetheryte from salvaged Aetheryte shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with fewer than 7 of your Soulstone commands would be ill-advised. That's all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hand. I shall pray for your victory and safe return. In all honesty, depends on when. Depending on how far I get in this stream. If I mean, I might end up facing all 3 of them on the stream, which is fine. I probably for sure should just like go around and just like do these random quests. Should I do this? Might as well. I mean, they did make it sound like I had to do it, but... I mean, the quest is done. It's not like I have a quest to actually beat Ifrit, but we'll see. actually, can I do this? They just made it sound like I just needed those dungeons unlocked. So maybe that is the case. You know, that could be the case, so. I could be wrong too, but yeah, I think what I would, you know, what I normally do on days after I stream is I play a different game, but I think what I'll do is once I'm done streaming, I'm gonna just keep playing this and do some of these missions, especially around this area. Guess I have to do it. Damn it all. Hope it doesn't take too long. Again, if I'm not able to beat all 3 of these dungeons in stream, I will do it off stream. I'm going to do these off stream because boy howdy. I think I said this before and I'll say it again, is like this was like the one fear I had with this game, is like the whole this thing, like where I need the actual people to come and help and such, and obviously it's gonna take fucking forever. Okay. Hey, I'll be honest. I was honestly just about to be like, okay, let's go do a like some weird quest or something, but nope. Alrighty, time to face him again. I was honestly just about to skip the cutscene. Where'd he go? Oh, there you are. Almost got him. Got him. That takes care of that. Here you have Triumph of Eford. Of course, this is no less feat than I would imagine were right, but well done and all the same. Now I full mind to crack open a bottle of 1547 Bacchus, but the celebration must be kept. Garuda, I'm afraid to say, has also returned. As you all know, Garuda's appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Not to dishearten you, but in her last reincarnation, that appetite has become nigh insatiable. In the short time since she returned, she has also already wreaked tremendous havoc. You must send her back to the Aether before she can do any more damage. In the meantime, Yada and I will assist in the order to twin Ada the recovery efforts. I previously faced Garuda. 'Twas the Enterprise that bore you through the storm that shielded her domain. Well, that storm is a spring breeze besides what she has risen this time. No airship could hope to penetrate it. And so we must count ourselves fortunate that Order of Twin Ada chance to discover Beastman Aetherite leading to the Halloween Eye. Before you do aught, I suggest you pay a visit to Ada's nest and have words with Commander Heliox. He will be able to tell you about the said Aetherite among the other things. Make no mistake, the Lady of Vortex will prove a formidable opponent, but I believe that you will weather the storm. May it's all to keep you safe. And then, yeah, I tighten it. It has to be the next one, right? Ah, perfect. Oh, we are grateful for your aid. As you all already know, the actions, the accursed Elixir have summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she was wasting no time releasing her fury upon the region. Extensive damage has been reported in both the 12's Wood and Korathas. She must be stopped and soon, let more lives be lost. In the name of the Elder CNC, I humbly request that you put an end to her reign terror. As in the past, Garuda keeps her core within the Halloween Eye, which is particularly protected by the Raging Tempest. Fortunately, we have learned of an alternate way into our domain. You actually have constructed an Aetherite within Natalia, the stronghold in the central highlights of Korthus. The Aetherite will take you to Garuda's Tentress realm. You have the staff describe the Guardians. These Guardians, who the CCR says is they say blah blah blah. Probably hope I was going the right way. God, I could just do this. Yep, in a tight spot. I just wait. Or maybe others are doing this. Okay, let's wait for a little bit, and then maybe eventually I will go do another quest. Or at least pick up some of these quests around here. I'll wait until the thing says 3 minutes and then I'll go. Alrighty, let's go. Let's pick up some actually, might as well pick up this quest right here. Primal Fear. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Titans most amize arrive from Gridania. Primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the other spirits within return to tell the tale. Above the Nia before they seemed like this. God's quiver both investigates as we speak, and as Bolord Levu would welcome the captive adventurer's helping hand. Pray hire D to the seat of first. Okay. Is this just basically giving me more, like, another dungeon to go into? Because that's what it feels like to me. Told, for much of the deeds in recent days. I've come to let you take the prime investigation. Yes, your aid is most welcome. Well, there we go. Full party. Okay. I can skip the cutscene. You know, it's funny that they said they were more powerful, but yet I feel like I'm having an easier time with them now. Got him. 1 second here. Did I also get Ifrit's thing? No, I just got Garuda's will. Okay. Now, let me just do this mission, and then I will go. Actually, well, yeah, no, I'll do this mission. And then I will. Yeah, I really should like do a lot of these like missions off screen. There's like so much stuff like I want to keep playing Yakuza. I definitely gotta do, you know, my LPs and all that stuff. Like, I feel like I don't have time to do all this stuff that I want to do. No, I wasn't. No, stop it. I don't know. Maybe I just take some days off of streaming and do, like, days that I would be streaming, I would actually just do Final Fantasy 14 stuff anyway, so. I'll do this mission because this probably will unlock a duty that I will do off screen. Odin. Okay, sorry about that. Holy fuck, where the hell do I go? Gotta go to the upper decks. I'm gonna go to the Marauders Guild. Okay, so we'll be able to get to Titan, and then we'll be able to continue on with the story. But yeah, it looks like I can fight Odin, which, I don't know, should I do some of that, like, I don't know, I think you know what? I think majority of these streams are just going to be story. Like, I feel like that's the point of doing these is, you know, showing the story off. So I went to the other one that was up there. So, it's not like it's a big deal or anything. Just let me make sure that I have, like, a tune to that. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna read these things. I think the main reason why I haven't done a lot of these quests is because I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do these quests for like my, other classes that I would like to do, but I think I'm just like... I think I should just always my main focus should just be the story and doing it with this class right here. Let me get this class to max, then I can worry about like getting all these other classes to a okay. I might as well go out and like look for another quest to do or something like that, since I can't do this until I beat Titan. So sorry, when I was on the phone I was talking to my mother. about some tax stuff. What? Cost of the soul. I think these blue things always unlock stuff for you. Like they could be dungeons or some kind of like a feature or something. So or maybe they just unlock like a harder dungeon or something like that, which is fine. So I have the feeling that's what this is going to unlock. It's going to unlock the harder dungeon for this. Yep. Oh boy, Titan. I remember when I had troubles with him. Come on, dude. You're the last one. Join up. Thank you. So is this the most you can have is 8 people? Right, I forgot you're supposed to get to the edge. that we have like multiple people aiming for Titan's heart. I actually really like this. Got him. Got him. Nice. And I received player accommodations. Woo! I don't know what that means. Like, what that all does. Not a big deal or anything like that, so. Still can't return, okay. Alrighty, well that took an hour. Alrighty. So now that I can continue on with the story, I'm definitely gonna just like probably just go around. I guess probably more so focus on the ones in the sands there still, because there's a couple of the blue ones that were still there, so I'll probably just focus on those rather than like go around, because those, I have a feeling those are the ones that are important to like the quote-unquote story here. So I am most eager to address the Asian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, Ascient, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the crystal bells established for this very reason? True, we are present with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Although Andy here is the only one that really does everything around here. Andy in particular is ever steady in hand, where I trust will continue to support the Braves. Nah. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ulda? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their high-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Telgia al-Jaji and his Montres ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Apparently, General Ruban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. And of course, Andy too, because, yeah, he's needed everywhere. For him to stay abreast with the latest developments to issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ulda, unless you have an objective. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Monterey's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Uranja is poring over his tomes of the Walking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an aetherite blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Andy, whilst we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alfenhun and his Braves with this. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames of War if Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Okay. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations by Stead to before my departure, such as receiving Rial's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret. Hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ulda riots. When we are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. My guess is you'll be asking me that favor. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Through that magical earpiece in your ear that I can't even remember when we got it, but I'm pretty sure we got it. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Why did they never mention? What's real and in between? You've got an eye patch. Oh, it's this dude. I remember him. You kind of remind me of Zell from 8, in a way now. Pleasure as always, Andy. You'll be escorting the commander to Ulda, I take it. Yeah, escorting as in, I'll just teleport there because he's already going to end up being there. Actually, I have another task in mind for him. If you will be so kind as to repeat your efforts on his behalf, benefit. Right then. Me and Moyne have been making inquiries into the source of weapons or what found their ways into the refugees' hands a ways back. So as we call Windows something promising. Rather large purchase of sharp and pointing things by the black market hold up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant was caught in arrow while taking to Andy, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downgrades and distraughted. Which that isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Seizing the weapons before it falls into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black market as well as his clients. What say you, Andy? Okay. Maybe I'll get a weapon. Then it's settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbrig at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you excuse me, I must leave for Ulda. I expect good tidings. Driver. So was it just a random noise that just happened? I hope I was going the right way. Man, it's been a while since we've been in this area. I think the scouts have been keeping a close eye on the black marketer, and it would seem his guest has arrived. It would seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequences, but they nonetheless pose a threat. Ever so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath the man of your standing, and Commander Olivier need have dispatched you hither. But powerful men have ever needed a loyal, able-bodied friend. Having found one in you, it is only natural that you would come rely on you without hesitation. You know, it's a great pleasure that he realizes that, like, you know, this is kind of like not a job for you, but it's going to end up being a job for me because you guys won't be able to handle it. Now then, we should make for the burning well without delay and secure those weapons. First, you want to ensure that the Khans do not escape. With me, Ande. Why? I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan to approach the security direction, but the man with the Musketeer waits. Once we dispose of the thugs, wait for us outside the town. So any questions? Then let's be off. Good luck, my friend. Who goes there? Adventurer? Damned fool, you should have never come here. That was easy. to everyone. Don't understand. What's all this all about? Gah. So you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could stop him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. Foolish me to underestimate the bastard. The brain and inexperienced recruit. Commander Lever will be most disappointed. Damn it all. Golden opportunity wasted. So the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently taking the party of Duskwood's sellsword we suspect may be them. With that, we could enlist the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. I will join the first in the hunt for the Duskwood sellsword. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape to the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask you to deliver these weapons to Ulda in my stead. Entrust them to the third's Yoshiryu. He will take care of the rest. He was by Weaver's guild, so. Man, it's so crazy, like, how much, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's like, it's crazy how much free time a lot of people have when it comes to this game. Because, like, seeing people get all their fighting, like, getting all of the classes, every single class, even the Warriors of the Hands or whatever those are called, gain all of those classes to level 80 is no small feat. So I commend them. Like, bravo for you all doing that, for everyone that can do that. The Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kothos. Now, what brings you to us this day? A gift of weapons from some black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? We'll start with confidence that there will be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood! Clearly, Raleigh is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. Should be thankful that his information was not completely anonymous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Guardians up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Arabian processing plant. Time for the fourth and the keeper. Fight well, ally, for the freedom of all. For the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. Okay. And a word if you please. If you please, yeah. Here, look at me. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't you worry. Alright. That is right. That's how we had to contact him the last time. It was like we need to like find a place and then whistle. Hey, buddy. Thanks for indulging me in my request. Few places better than the market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means more conversations go unnoticed. Get to the point. At the burning well, when Ye and the captain interrupted the exchange of what happened, tell me everything. Leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. Those dust squirts they were chasing. Last word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself. Not before the fight started and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not soft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boast. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know we purchased those weapons. As if I've ever dispatched a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurance that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Ah. Look at me, friend. I have a lost mind these days, and I appreciate you letting me in the air. Right then, let's get back to it. Seems like there's some trouble brewing. Anne, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence urgently requests of the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able. Okay. You have left the sanctuary. You have entered the sanctuary. You have entered the sanctuary. You have left the sanctuary. You have entered. I actually really like the music that plays in here. Got a nice little piano. Thank you for coming so quickly, Andy. We have a guest of Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most determined lady by all indications. The Rising Chorus. Oh. Our guest is with the Ascendian in the cellar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? I love Tataru. My guess is it's the Temple Knight that was with Sir Emmerich. I was right.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Yay, it's spoken.
I believe the two of you have met.
Oh, we have. Nice to see
have.
you again.
I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgardsormr had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgardsormr. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
We prepare for battle, battle, battle. Then I guess I'm in this fight. Against worms! Just as I thought we were going to face this big dragon boy at some point. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would assure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Uran just stated, what we know called the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Argus, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step of his campaign to subject Eorzea, Gaius von Balsia attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all its victory of a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea aid that day. Midgardsormr, legendary guardian of Silver Fleet Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragoons against the Garlean airship overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of the Silver Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Argus. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's Cerulean engines failed and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silver Lake Falls into a desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing aether for miles around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and is centered a constant reminder of the fateful day long ago. In accordance to Sir Emric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lakes. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own task. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. I'm somewhat wearing this... like, my armor is somewhat similar to hers in a way. Well, it's not too far from here. Okay. This is actually going to make me go into a dungeon, which is good, good, good. And then there's 4 more quests in part 1 of the fall, so I might be done with part 1 of the fall at the end of the stream. We'll see. One of them is going to a... One of them is going into... well, this one and another quest is going into, like, a fight. Well, actually, this one's more so a dungeon. The other one's, an actual, like, fight against, like, a boss type thing, so... Well, this is close to where Sid and all of them are at. You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Ravenstall about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships likely from Castrum Sentry come and go from the Keep of the Lake, though I cannot say for certain at this distance. I believe they may be salvaging some from within the wreckage. Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. If I have people coming in at a quick pace for this mission and the next mission that's coming up, I might be able to wrap this up. So it's true then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again? Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely, but as assurance they want, there's no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creature which inhabited the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. Should there be fire upon any airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Argus, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Cool. I have 2 selected. I don't want that. Alrighty. And now we play the waiting game. Definitely keeping its time, but alrighty, you know what? I can wait. Let's go see if I can do a quest over here. And there we go. It's just that easy. All right. Let's go. Go. That looks like Leviathan in a way. Okay, there's only 4 sections, so it's not too bad. honestly don't know if there's like something up or not. I don't know if that was the right way to do it, but we did it. Okay. That was good. Well, if I get any of this, I'll probably just end up selling it. Doing something with it, I don't know. Oh, fuck.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Did I do that?
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Oh, fuck. Small dragon will appear, kill ASAP when we activate the shield, it drops or wipes exercise. Gotcha. Woo! Ooh. Oh, wow. That took a little longer than I would have hoped for, but that's fine. We're going to keep going. For a little bit longer.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
Oh.
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
I was just here to make sure, like, you know, everything was fine, you know, and, yeah.
Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds.
I mean, that's a bit of a medieval way of thinking about it, don't you think?
Not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus.
Join in the chorus.
Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain.
You know, we only have 4 missions left, and one of them is like a boss. I think I'll just do all 4 of these.
Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Okay. Ow! Oh, I'm back here again. That don't look good. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Oh, hi there.
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
You may summon Miscar by selecting the corresponding entity within your minion guide under creature in the main menu. Okay. How exactly? Under care by selecting the corresponding entity within your minion guide under character, okay? But I don't see him. I was beginning to feel the worst for those explosions I saw. Ah, but you shouldn't waste time talking about it. Alpha Newton left a message saying that you were to terrorize Stone at once. I don't see him though. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Let's keep going for a little bit longer. Praise the twelve that you are hale and whole. Come as soon as Mithila informed me of Sir Amaric's request. You have completed your investigation to keep her lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Aye, aye, Captain. Where's your sister? By the way, you converse with Mitsongama. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has in sooth laid dormant these past 15 years? Less than resurrection and more of a rejuvenation, or for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Mitsugam in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as such. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelations to Amaric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you are not telling us, Ande? You seem different somehow. It is almost as if you are missing something important. I lost the power of the crystal. 12-4 hound. Miss Garn stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you alright? How do you feel? I feel fine. See, it is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to derive you of her blessing. Miss Gum made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silver's Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Atheric and Nemeth, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Mizumgard ever watch over the source from which all water and magic are said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Hydia herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burn our friends needlessly. I don't know, is it really that much of a burn if they knew? But I get you. Honestly, I want to keep it to myself too. Holy damn, I just noticed her ass in that thing. Oh god, hi. Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thy own hand, mortal? I don't know.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
Wait a minute. I need to hear her voice again.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness.
She sounds like Terra Platt. Is she Terra
Your
Platt?
encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the walls to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Alrighty. Let's pass this in. Shikans have warned of the Dravias for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once had their enemies breached the defenses and entered the city proper. And regardless of how strong these magic wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgarians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgarma who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood could not be ignored. Until such time as they chose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Yeah, I forget. I believe Molinbrad has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Asians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgarians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. You know, it probably actually helped if I actually looked at the thing. All done with your talks of dragons? Wonderful, because Asians are next on the menu. Let's head to the cellar, shall we? And in this time he'll say a prayer for the dam. What have I got to lose? Ha!
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Asian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Asian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White aurosite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white aurosite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve, and I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
Right.
Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it's worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance.
Crystals are everywhere, man.
Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's Sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you.
Oh joy.
Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thancred and Papalymo shall accompany you.
Will they? I don't think they're gonna help, but whatever. They ain't gonna do jack shit.
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Hurrah! Okay. Speak with Alvinhoon. Twas seemed the events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I wished it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. Fourth have already deployed to the area and wait for the arrival of the Scions. We'll brief you on the departure situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbrid at our headquarters in Ulda. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you will go to support the front lines. I hate that my tail is not sticking out of the hole that it should be there. Your duties take you to the northern Thailand, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Following travels to Ulda, and we shall serve as her escorts. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are best as all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations. Threatened by primals and troubled by dragons, we need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold position powers, you see, and it's my hope that they may contribute to the aid of Scion's causes. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front or we shall fall. The fact that this section is called the Before the Fall is how extraordinary that my little alien is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand by his side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections. I fear that Ulda has become a place of danger even for one so familiar with her streets. Oh boy, whoa, but at the black god, that's so much a glance in our direction, milady. Oh. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? Yes, please go so I can continue my shit and finish my shit and be done with my shit. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this, finish this quest and then finish the next quest before, you know, it's time to face like the next primal or whatever boss I'll be facing. Ugh. Man, Olivia, it's not word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that's with the Almajal. But return to the task at hand. The Flames reconsider scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Rabu's push. Such a force is likely intercepted in only one thing: getting their hands on resources found here at the processing plant. Guardians could begin marching at us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Ellison that they might coordinate our counter strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be a welcome tidings. I was about to say this will Private Dole, my soldiers here yet tell tales of deeds during Operation Archon. Will that be considered wild reminiscent old times, but I fear more personal matters require the attention. Civilian draughtsmen, you see, have come across several suspicious crates with the boundaries of the processing plants. I had my sappers take a closer look and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices for Imperial designs, no less. By my order, the Flame Station here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compounds as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news of the latest movements of the Imperial Army. Once again, asking for your aid. We're keeping a close eye on the Guardian garrison, and it does seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconciliation reports that just came in, the squad seem believing that Castrium are too few in number and ineffective takes a hold of the position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've just decided to take onto the field and meet the assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow Scions of the situation, and I'm hard to know they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alien and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. Bleh. He's doing push-ups on his bed? What the fuck, dude? Glad to have you with us, Andy. As I'm sure Lieutenant Ellison has explained, the Guardians have deployed small focus from Castrium and Medioma. The main column is standing in the north near Dawn's Tolls, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish to rush forth and commit the battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to rapid plague supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbrid. Greetings, Zion. I understand the commander bids you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. Such mighty heroes as suppose the force should have little trouble containing the odds of garlands might thrown at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third are getting restless pulled up in Ulta, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. Your reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces, safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle elsewhere near this much cerealium. Let's take this fight to the Guardians. A wise choice indeed. I try to think that the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objectives, Scion shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the 3rd then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. You're ready to proceed. Report to Lieutenant Yosuzu. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, son. Our operations invariably succeed when you've around, and victories won't be paved the road to greater coin. Now this detached force have been sent to eliminate the split in smaller squads. The better they conceal themselves to the iron hereabouts, I imagine. Split upon themselves and make ground routes to those would-be raiders. As soon as you are an army to yourself, I assigned you in your own areas to scour cleanse enemy soldiers. This will be a simple search and destroy. Rendezvous back here in Tascun. Happy hunting, sound. Oh. Alright, let's go report. Oof, that. I am really enjoying this game a lot. I definitely, like I said, I would definitely want to do a lot of this stuff off screen too, so I don't have to get into that situation again. Seemed grim, Scion. I'll take that meant that between us, more than a few Guardians wouldn't be making it back to the Castrium. It appears, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I'd be a happier man if I ever had to tussle with another of those match check whores. It's time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alia know the west is now clear. I appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Alderson. Perfect, and this is the last thing too. Parvador, what news of the Guardians? The rain bars are no more then. Excellent. The knowledgeable engineers will be more relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in enemy danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Nice. An uninvited Ascian. Alright guys, well that is going to do it for this stream of Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Whether you watched live or archived on YouTube, I will be back on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. I'm now doing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for my stream. So I hope you guys enjoy them. So thank you all so much for watching these videos, whether you watch live or archived on YouTube. And of course, guys, please, I hope you are enjoying both Bug Snacks and Final Fantasy VIII as well. I'm having a blast in all these games, so thank you all again. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for some more Final Fantasy 14. Bye, everyone.